Hey everyone, it's Alisha here at Cosmic Gateway. I thought I would just record my latest article so I know it's much easier for some to hear it rather than to read it. So I thought I'd read it out to you guys. This one is titled The Types of Plot Twist You Can Experience on Your Twin Flame Journey. So here we go. So you've spent most of your life searching for your twin flame, consciously or unconsciously, as it was for me. It was a massive part of my life path, which I instinctively had a deeper knowing from within that there was someone who I would share a special part of my life, but more importantly, that we had important work to be done together. There were a few things which I knew, as it seemed that my soul kept in my awareness. Not all the memories were completely wiped. They were breadcrumbs, a trail of little signposts that I could follow them. And just like any great adventure, as you follow, more clues, signs, and revealings come along the way. Knowing what I know now, I had no idea what the hell was in store, what mountains would have to be climbed over, moved, and completely excavated. I think I would have aborted the mission a long time ago. And I say that with all sincerity, yet from a place of not knowing my own personal strength and power, which would come through the hero's journey again and again. I think this is a case of naivety or ignorance is bliss. But really it comes down to the 3D conditioning we have in what 3D relationships and romance look like. We couldn't possibly perceive what it's like to have all fears exposed, wounds reinfected, and the shirt ripped off our back in the process of letting go over and over again. Sounds dramatic, right? Well, while you're going through it, it can feel like you're dying. But that's just the old parts of yourself which are dying off. From the human perspective, it's downright insane, especially to onlookers. But the soul, oh, the soul is screaming with the joy and relishing in the transformation. And becoming the person who you really are in the process. This is certainly not possible without the plot twists. So what are plot twists specifically when it comes to the twin journey? It can be discovering who you thought was your twin isn't actually your twin. Ouch. Yes, this can be a hard, low blow. When you feel that you have invested everything in this one person, you can feel tricked, fooled, like there's a massive cosmic joke being played out and you're the only person not in the know. It can bring about some very serious questions like, why were there so many signs? How could I have been so wrong? Well, the simple answer is you weren't. You were guided to have an experience which was necessary along your journey with someone who, no doubt, there was a strong connection with. Yet once the lesson or the contract was completed, the truth comes to light. Let's face it. If you really knew that he wasn't who you thought he was or she, you wouldn't have done everything you needed to do, and you would have simply bypassed the lesson needed. So the encouragement from the universe was really pointing you in the right direction as you lead into the plot twist. Your twin gets married or gets into another relationship which completely catches you off guard. Crushing, slap in the face, what the? Seeing the person that you love so much move out of your life and into the arms of another is a very hard place to be in, and can certainly provide one massive plot twist, especially if it comes out of nowhere and you know deep down it's not for love, pure intention, or it just doesn't feel right. Well, this too can have so many reasons, yet I do seem to think that we have similar frequency matches, which can feel very twin-like, which is something that I will address in another article because that's a whole nother topic on its own. We also have to bring karma, for lack of a better word, into completion with previous relationships in this lifetime and others as we move along the twin path. Things need to come into balance, and sometimes this is the most efficient way of doing things. We simply can't learn every lesson we need from another person, even if they are our exact mirror. Your twin or their partner get pregnant. Just when you're getting over the whole marriage with another person thing and you finally make peace with that, then you find out they're having a baby, which should be the most joyful occasion for everyone. This is a hard pill to swallow, because a baby is pure, innocent, and so divine, you can't be mad. Yet, hard to digest, because you thought that it was going to be the two of you. And now where do you stand? Well, similar to the scenario above, children choose their parents before birth. They choose their genetics and what the soul needs. I do believe that we're moving forward into a world where we have old principles of it takes a village to raise a child. Therefore, these children may require more than parents or just the two biological parents. Only time will show what can evolve and how the dynamics of the family structure may change. Also, they may need to have parenting experience with someone else if it's their first child. The other twin may already have children, so there's just so many variables at play. The unexpected, miraculous 5D pregnancy, which was my own experience. I had a whole journey to undertake to experience and understand. It was hard enough for me, let alone my twin, to make sense of what was happening, and especially his involvement. Enough said for that. But as many more women start this journey, it's becoming the new possibilities of what is possible through divine partnership. You can read more about this in my article, 5D Pregnancy, Conception and Birth. I will put that in the link below. The description box below, sorry. The universe pulls you out of each other's lives abruptly. This can be many things: moving interstate, moving overseas, deciding return back to old partner or spouse, incarcerated, not ready for a relationship, friend zoning. This is a very common one. The list can go on and on. Intimacy issues. Once again, I will put more information on another article I wrote about sacred sexuality and the effects on intimacy in twin flame dynamics down below, if you're interested to reading more about that. So it's in these times we go through a massive overhaul inside and out. This is also necessary to make the time to become the best version of yourself, and for your counterpart to do the same. It's not that the universe is working against you or punishing you in any way. It is in face, always working for everyone's best interest, even though it may not feel like it at the time. It can leave both parties scratching their head and thinking, what the F is going on? Plot twists generally happen when it seems as though things are coming together nicely. Things are finally falling into place. You feel as though you know everything and you've done everything to get everything in order. That's when you know that on one level you actually have got there. Yet this is just the next step, like graduating from high school. You move into higher education. And then, well, you're truly on your ascension path. And this is the purpose of twin connections, is to work as a team and go through the process, to assist one another in the refinement of self and the higher self-embodiment. One way to look at ascension process from a simplistic or perhaps a very physical way is that it's to unearth all of your deepest fears, possibly the ones you didn't even know about. And the most efficient way to move beyond fears is to live through them and come out the other side, seeing that it wasn't as bad as you thought. To read more about the ascension process through the twin dynamic, I will put another link to an article below, Transcending States of Consciousness with Your Twin Flame Connection. Over the course of a decade or more, I haven't experienced every type of plot twist possible. However, through my twin dynamic, most of them have been checked off the list. Combined with all the clients that I've worked with over the years, I've seen many people go through and really come out the other side and become the most empowered, amazing version of themselves. And I've been the witness to miracles which really do occur as part of this beautiful cosmic dance. It is designed to keep you on your toes, to keep you evolving, and most importantly, stay in a place of strength and deep trust, and knowing that things will always have a way of coming together when the time is right. And for many people, that time is still in the waiting wings because there is a much bigger picture at play. If you'd like to know more, I will put a link to the Relationships Evolving for New Earth, Changing the Cosmic Dance. So, have you ever thought about what this journey is like through the eyes of a divine masculine? Because I can assure you it's a very different process. The feminine and masculine pathways towards ascension is different, although both pathways lead to the same place. The feminine is typically very externally validated by progress and seeks outside validation. It is here where issues can occur because the chase, the demanding, you need to know, it puts a huge focus and sometimes pressure on the other for commitment and reassurance. The masculine can typically be the very opposite, hence the runner-chaser dynamic. Yet, keeping in mind, we both hold masculine, feminine energies. So this process actually helps us to balance out those aspects. Have you thought about booking a double session? The session includes one session with myself and another with the Divine Masculine. It can be incredibly refreshing to have two vantage points to better grasp on the bigger picture of your own situation and things that you can do to embrace your journey to self-mastery. If you're interested, I will put the links below to those sessions that are available. So we have the Twin Soul Divine Partnership double session, and we have the Twin Soul Divine Partnership full package. So I put the links there. So as always, it's important to honor where you're at in your current process, and find some comfort in knowing that when the plot twist strikes, it's not the end of the world. It's certainly not the end of your journey, and in most cases, it is actually just the beginning. As always, sending you so much love, and if you are interested in working with me or any of the services that I offer, I will put the details in the description box below as well. Until next time, sending you heaps of love on your continuing journey. Mwah.